Well, we meet again. I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. So, this month, President Trump and company launched a website for Americans to get prescription drugs at the lowest prices in the world. I didn't know you could just undo a problem we've had for an eternity with the website, but our glorious leader proved me wrong. This site, fitting with the man's either serious or rage-baiting obsession of naming everything after himself, is called Trump RX, and, even more fitting to Trump, the little symbol on the tab is a literal golden eagle with a banner that says the name of the website. Real humble. Wait, what am I talking about? This is the US of A. We've never been humble. Of course, you should never judge a book by its cover, even if the cover is as orange and American as Cheese Whiz. So let me explain what the website is supposed to be and how it works. TrumpRx is a website where you can look up medicines, enter in how much medicine you want and how strong you want it to be, and get a coupon that you can then use at your local pharmacy, with a prescription of course, to supposedly get large discounts, leveling prescription prices with other developed countries. Now, any schmuck with a sliver of critical thinking skill will ask the question, well, how the heck do you do that? And the administration's answer is through the most favored nation policy, where the administration would negotiate with pharmaceutical manufacturers to set price targets so that citizens of the US, who by far contributes the most to the pharmaceutical industry, get the best deal. As we all know, the midterms are now just visible in the rearview mirror, and Trump himself has made it very clear what's on the line.
You got to win the midterms, because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, I mean, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached.
And if you believe in polls, his chances of surviving 2027 are looking as slim as his ideal White House. According to the New York Times, he has an approval of 41% and a disapproval of 55%. And like I said in my previous video, this is for multiple reasons. But perhaps the main bipartisan gripe is the economy, which is always the thing that both political sides here can be collectively Grinch-like about. According to the AP, last December, his approval rating of the economy is at 31%, amid affordability concerns that he used to get elected back in 2024. So this new website is most likely him going, no, I'm fixing affordability. Here, take some medicine that doesn't cost a human soul. Stop asking me questions. Were you an ICE agent? I have an ID. But seriously, due to the despicable crime of being under 18, I can't actually get a coupon, and so I can't actually tell you myself. However, what I can tell you is facts that I found in my research. Right now, it's important to note that the site is only for people who pay for prescriptions out of their own pocket, and not through insurance. And in that regard, it could genuinely help uninsured Americans. As we all know, the US just can't figure out how to not jack up their healthcare system. I'm not even going to try and say who's mostly at fault for this because I know I'm going to start a war in the comments, but TLDC, we suck at healthcare. And as a result, prescription drug prices are usually as high as the Rockies compared to other developed nations. A report by the pre-brainwormed DHHS stated that the average US price for a drug is 2.78 times higher compared to 33 other countries, even though generic drugs are actually cheaper. An example of this can be found with insulin. According to the World Population Review in a soul-deadening map, the average blanket cost for insulin in the US is/was nearly $100. The next most expensive average price is in Chile, where it costs $21.48. On the Trump RX website, it starts at $25. Still the most expensive in the world, but at least the map doesn't look like a blue raspberry stain on a white t-shirt. But once again, right now this is only intended for uninsured Americans, a whopping 27.2 million people as of 2024, according to the CDC. That actually does sound like a lot of people, but then you remember that the US has around 3,500 of these parking lots. Yeah, that's only around 8% of the population. It doesn't help that despite the screwed up nature of US healthcare, most of the other 92% of the country that does have insurance can probably get lower prices through their insurance, making it useful only to a minority of the population. Ah, typical US of A. Again, I'm a natural born citizen. It's still too early to reach a verdict on Trump RX yet, of course, but I can speak about its potential. And it's weird, it has a lot of potential, but only a little bit at the same time. Yes, it can make being uninsured in America not equivalent to walking through Detroit with dollar bills poking out of your pockets, but there are only 3 million more people that are uninsured than people that live in Florida. And Florida's already a red state, for now at least. Thanks to that, the secondary political reasons for the creation of the site may also not be as significant as Trump and that charming golden eagle say it will be. Look at him, so American and Trumpish. But hey, maybe he didn't create the site or enact this whole most favored nation policy for political gain. I mean, if I worship the Golden Arches as much as he does, I would also want insulin prices to be decent and reasonable.